that, Coach. Opening statement, and then I'll take questions.
Proud of my guys. Obviously, you get to playoffs, people are confident, and a lot of credit to Lindenwood. I thought they did a great job. Kind of changed some things up on offense and defense on us, but I thought it was a really hard-fought, clean football game. Great sportsmanship out of both teams. So, I commend Lindenwood for coming in here with a lot of confidence, and they played well. So, break it down for us. Defense does just an unbelievable job of kind of not giving them any life in the run game, and then we're effective enough kind of harassing the quarterback to try to keep him off balance a little bit. I thought he played really well, but we did a really good job, and I think they only had some 20-some yards rushing. A lot of that was just we did a good job at the control of the line of scrimmage. So, defense was the side of the ball today, played extremely well. Special teams did some good things, blocked a couple punts at the end of the first half. And offensively, 220 yards rushing in a playoff game. You got to take some credit for that. But it was there were some frustrations where we could have extended the lead a little bit, especially at the end of the first half. We had the ball down in the red zone a couple times, and just didn't come away with those touchdowns. And in my mind, it was 10-0, and I want to try to get the score to 3-score games at the end of the half. Kicking a field goal doesn't get you that; still keeps it a 2-score game. So I was trying to get that third score as well as our defense was playing there. So we'll have to go in and take a look about how we can potentially get a few more explosive plays offensively. And again, injuries are never an excuse, but we're pretty short-handed receiver, and obviously quarterback situation. The second half was our starter wasn't out there, so. I thought Cal came in as the backup and did a great job. Had some completions, kind of had some things going, and then obviously the drive we had to reverse to count on that. And Bryce hits the big run. That was the one where you felt like you had a little bit of breathing room, at that point in time. But I don't playoffs. I don't care. I don't care if you win them 7-6, you win them 42-41. I don't care. You get your teams ready to play, and you understand it's going to be a battle. Guys are bruised up, bumped up, whatever. We're 1-16. Really proud of our team being 1-16 against a really quality GVSU champ Lindenwood squad.
Yeah, you mentioned your defense frequently. I mean, it sort of popped out to me immediately in the game. The defensive line seemed to be in the pocket every single play. 1 first down in the first half. And then in the second half, they seemed to move the ball a little bit more, but even if they got short fields off turnovers or something, or a bad punt, your defense was able to lock down. Just overall, how pleased are you with their effort to really not, let them get anything?
Yeah, I was happy coaches and players working together to try to be elite, try to be a championship level, and we did. We bowed our neck in the red zone, got the field goal kicker out once, and got some turnovers down in there, did a good job, and then I even think some of their yards were we were playing smart there in the fourth quarter with the 3-score lead. We weren't playing as much man, playing a little bit softer zones. He scrambled a couple times, did a few things, tried to get some yards. So the fact they got a few yards doesn't concern me because of the way that the calls were coming in. We were trying to protect the scoreboard. So, I mean, it's been back-to-back weeks. Grand Valley defense has not let the opponent cross the goal line. That's really hard to do in college football. We've not given up a touchdown now in 2 games. And that side of the ball, and our whole team is playing with a lot of confidence. And, when you're on the offensive side of the ball, your defense is doing that. You don't get frustrated when maybe you're not scoring, because there did come a point in time where, we were trying to use the 40-second play clock, trying to take it off at the 3-score lead, knew it was going to be really hard for them to come from behind, and just trying to kill clock and get out with the win.
Yeah, and another question from DeMonte, obviously, they had that play. It looked like it was going to be a touchdown. We were coming up right at it. I don't know if it was 23 or 13-3 at that point, but knocked that ball out, kind of a textbook tackle, head on ball. I mean, what did you see on that play, and sort of how did you see that kind of turn the momentum of the game?
I just seen the wide receiver. He ran his route. I seen the quarterback throw the ball. Just played football. Just came in, head on the ball, and then tackled the ball. So just playing football. Not too much to overthink about it. Just playing football, really.
Do you feel like that sort of sucked the momentum out of Lindenwood? Like they were moving the ball a little bit more, but after that, it sort of seemed like they were kind of dead.
Yeah. I just did that play for my seniors, for the guys next to me. So really, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. And offensively, it seemed like the first drive or so, a couple drives was good, especially Bryce getting big gains, then sort of tapered off there a little bit. Did you feel as the game went on, especially in that big 85-yard drive, your physical running style on the offensive line just started wearing them down? You were able to find more holes and get more space?
Yeah, they were doing a lot of stuff we didn't see on tape, but I feel like they played hard from the start to the finish. Like they weren't giving us anything, take everything that we got. So I'm not even gonna say that we wore them down because they played their balls off from start to finish. So gotta tip my hat to those guys. They play hard.
So if you say you're not wearing them down, what do you think sparked those big runs that you had?
Just executing our fundamentals.
Yeah.
They gave us some like different fronts, and they were playing, leveraging the ball different ways. They were just doing a lot of hard things for maybe the offensive lineman or myself to like feel and see. It just was us when that big play happened. It just was all 11 guys on offense executing what we were supposed to do, and pretty much a walk in.
Yeah, absolutely. And then before I forget, do we have an update on Cade's status for next week?
Don't know that yet. I mean, it's
Okay.
too early. He got injured in the first half, and then just made the decision at halftime. He was not 100% to play the second half, and we have trust in Cal, and I also think some of it was the flow of the game and how well our defense was playing. Made that decision. So it's too early sitting here on a Saturday for me to speculate what his health would be a week from today.
Hey, talk a little bit about the defense, and you guys have backed up a number of times there in the second half, with still being a two-score game, and how your defense came through.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution. Practice the game plan all week. Have a lot of trust in the guys next to me. When you get in tough situations like that, it comes down to resilience and just you gotta make that play for the next guy, especially guys like Bryce that sit next to me. Make it for your senior, do it for your brothers, and move on to the next series, next play.
Abe, there's a lot of guys on this team that haven't played playoff football before, you being one of them. What was this moment like for you and your team? And just take us through kind of what the emotions were to playing a playoff football game.
Felt amazing. New experience. Feels good to get out there, especially getting a playoff win. I've never, really been a part of a team that championship culture like this, and it just, you're almost overwhelmed with joy. Energy is top notch. Just love for your brothers every single day.
And then Bryce, on the flip side, we know what you've been through, and you're the vocal leader of this team. For you to go out there with your brothers in a playoff game, do or die situation, get a win like this, what does this mean to you?
It means everything. I've mentioned it before to you guys. We put in so much into this, like blood, sweat, and tears, literally. So every time we go out there and we walk out of here with a victory, it feels great. But like I said last time, it doesn't matter win, lose, or draw. These are my brothers for life.
And I know student section, everything at the end of the game was saying you want fair. So I heard you guys say in the locker room saying run it back, run it back. They're the only team to beat you this year in a very close game. Is there any sort of revenge factor thinking towards next week?
I don't know if revenge factor, it's we're 1-16. We're trying to become 1-8, and that's the next team that we play, And so, is there some added elements on top of it due to the rivalry and the fact that playing the GLIAC? You bet. I'm not going to run away from those. But this is about doing our best to be fair, but also more importantly, be 1-8.
Mm-hmm.
And 50 years of Grand Valley football. I think this is the 14th team that has won a playoff game. And so really proud of this team, and I know that they're hungry to go out and do more, So we're getting to those levels, and we have a rich history and tradition in the football program. We're getting to those levels where you start getting a rare air, and we've got to prepare this week, and we're getting injury report and get guys back and do our very best to try to find a way to be 1-8. And it's an awesome opportunity that it's against Ferris State.
Yeah, and Matt, you talked a little bit about Cal, but just Bryce, I'm wondering, how much does it say about a guy like Cal that he's able to come in, not playing a lot this year, and just come in and sort of, it wasn't tossing the ball around, but he's able to be a leader and lead the offense to a playoff win.
First of all, I think that's a testament to Coach Bissell as a coach, and just the culture in our building. Next man up mentality. Everybody's ready. Everybody on our roster in the 58 can play. So he's not just some guy throwing up signals every game. Like, he's a football player as well. And we know that. We got 100% faith in Kyle. We know the coaches do, and guys in the stands might not know who he is, but we know what he's capable of